Coming. Write down your postcode, where you're from. No, it's crazy, yeah. Like, I meet some people, like obviously all the tenants and that I meet, I always ask them like, where they're from originally and that. And like it's crazy. Some people have lived in so many different places throughout their life. Me, I just lived in one place, one postcode, N9. That's it. None of this. I lived in South London for 2 weeks. Then I lived in East London for 8 years. Then I was in Leicester for 5 years. Then I went back down to London for 2 months and that. Nah, straight Edmonton, Lower Edmonton, N9. Yeah, that's me. Literally just grew up in the same house the whole entire time. Right, so this Moto 536 said is now the best time to buy a house. Look, this is the thing, yeah. A lot of people are sitting around waiting for the right time to buy a house. Yo, don't worry about interest rates being high, whatever. Blood, just buy a house. Get on the property ladder as soon as possible. Because what's going to happen is you're going to sit and wait for the property prices to go down and that. Yo, that might take 2-3 years. It might not happen in the next 10 years and that. So you need to just execute today. Now, get on the property ladder ASAP. Stop waiting around. That's how, yeah. And don't want to get into no conspiracy theory or nothing like that. But what I'm saying is that's how the people who are up there keep the average broke person down. They tell you to be patient and wait for the right moment. It's never the right moment. And this is not just me just saying it, like, oh yeah, just buy a property, don't worry about the interest rates. Yo, I've been buying properties throughout this spike in the fucking base rate. So I'm not just saying, oh yeah, just buy a property. And I'm not some person that's, sitting on a bunch of properties and that, but ain't bought no properties in 5 years. I ain't 52. I'm 32, 33 next month, yeah? From when the base rate's gone up, I bought 3 properties. So I ain't afraid to buy properties during this, time when the base rate has gone up and that. And you know what? It's probably here to stay for a long time because apparently when the base rate was really low, say 1% or whatever it was and that, we had it easy. Yeah, we had it easy. So the easy times are gone. Now, yeah, I don't even think it's hard times. I think this is just how it is supposed to be. I'm trying to say. So yeah, go on and get on the property ladder as soon as possible. Stop waiting around. I've come across a number of tenants. As you know already, I work in people's houses and that, and they try to pretend that they're looking to buy a property and that. So I've been on this contract for 4 years, and I've heard a number of excuses. One was, oh yeah, it's COVID lockdown and that. So I don't think it's the right time to buy a property. Okay, after COVID lockdown, the next set of excuses I'm hearing, oh well, the base rate's gone up and that. The next set of excuses, oh, we're in uncertain times, with the potential war with Russia. Blood, you're just making fucking excuses, blood. Want to blame COVID? Want to blame the base rate going up? You want to blame this the potential war with Russia? I'm talking about like last year. This potential war with Russia, blood. You're just chatting shit, blood. This has come from someone who's lived in a council house for 25 years. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You've lived in this council house for 25 years, and this particular individual, I remember her because when I saw the front garden, I'm like, yo, the way the front garden looked, I'm like, yo, the inside is probably going to be really nice. Right? To be fair, I was underwhelmed, and it wasn't a shithole or nothing, but the outside looked super on point. Yeah. And this one was talking about, either she mentioned about the base rate going up or the war with Ukraine or something, the war with Russia and that. And I said to her, how long you had this house for? She said, I've been there for about 20, 25 years or something like that. What are you waiting for? The time is now. It's time to get on the train today. Yeah? What are you waiting for? Like, I've heard this didn't necessarily come out of the person's mouth, but it's from a credible source. And why would this person lie? I know someone who knows someone who is 39 going on 40 years old. Let me just repeat that. This individual is 39 going on 40 years old. It's a female, it's a woman. Talking about, yeah, I might freeze my eggs. Freeze my eggs. Yo, we don't live until we're 200 years old. Yeah. Women only have a finite amount of time to get pregnant. Yeah. You're not a man who can go on until you're 70 years old and be dropping seeds and that. Yeah. You've only got a finite amount of time whilst you're at your healthiest to have a child in that. What the fuck you waiting for? You're 39 years old talking about freezing your eggs. Maybe if a 19-year-old said that, cool. But what the fuck you waiting for? Like I said before, the train is here. It's time to get on the train. What are we waiting for? Fucking stupid. Want to freeze their eggs at 39, 40 years old. Unbelievable. Where is your Milton Keynes video you said you was going to release on TikTok? What? What are you talking about? I mean, I spoke about Milton Keynes in a video on TikTok. That was the video. I don't get it. But big up Passport G, salute. Come on. This double S person said, bro, you're a legend. I'm 26 with about 250K liquid, working hard, you're motivated. Yeah. If you got 250K liquid cash, yo, you need to make that money work for you. Stop, don't leave it in the bank. Yeah, make sure it works for you. Put that in fucking property, man. Yeah, put down a little 10 bags on the finance and that. Yeah, if you want to get a car and that, you knock yourself out in it, but just go buy a few properties, man. Make your money work for you, rude boy. Right, someone said, Jay Wise, are you from Bouncers Road? Nah, near Bouncers Road. I'm not from Bouncers Road. Obviously, Bouncers Road was a strip. You know what I mean? Like, when I was on road, yeah, like, I don't know how N9 is now, yeah, but when I was on road before, one sec. Yeah, so when I was on road before, like, so now, yeah, apparently N9, they got like Charlton Road, C block. There was no C block when I was around. I know Charlton Road. One of my family members lives on Charlton Road itself. Yeah, there was no C block. Yeah, we just had the whole postcode to ourselves, and that's it. Croydon Road, Bouncers Road, wherever, innit? Yeah, the 41st, whatever. All right. So that's the only place that had a little, okay, there's 41st in that. But yeah, we had the whole postcode to ourselves. Beautiful, beautiful. Lovely. I'm not saying I don't know what's going on in Edmonton like that now. What I'm saying is there was no blocks like, oh, them man from over there. Nah. Obviously, every little council estate might have had a couple guys that just live there, but they ain't repping their ends. They ain't telling no one they can't come true or nothing like that. But yeah, man, Edmonton was just a big playground back in the day, boy. The best time in my life. Like I've said to you before, there's certain man that I know who grew up in Edmonton, and their opinion on Edmonton is completely different to mine. Do you know why? Because them man used to get bullied. Them man they one was in hiding. Yeah. With me, yo, when you're part of the A team and that, no one's chatting to you. No one is chatting to you. Right. He said, was Tion when you're young, G? Nah, man, me and him are the same age, man. Right. So Esther Femi, I mean, this lady must be Nigerian. She said, my mum had my brother at 40, but yes, as a woman, we do have a window of fertility. Yeah. Right. Let me just address this quickly. Yeah. This person here, yeah, who said, I need your help. Can I join the live? You're not joining the live, yeah. The fact that you're that the fact that you're that desperate, I don't want anyone that's that desperate to be joining my life because I think I know who it is. It's some fucking idiot that's just gonna start chatting shit. Yeah, I'm not eating sugar, I'm eating fucking uh, uh tins of mackerel and rice. Yeah, this is struggle food. I'm struggling at it. Tenants have not been paying their rent, blood. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's it. So Esther said, yeah, that her mum had her brother at 40. So I'm assuming that her brother is younger than her. It's all right for a woman to have a child at 40 years old if she's got other kids who are older. My mum had my little sister at pretty much 40 years old. But guess what? My little sister has a big brother who's 18 years older than her. If anything happens to my mum or stepdad, I'm the next one in line. My little sister's coming to stay with me. My little sister's not going to stay with no stupid ass family members that might lose their temper with my sister because I'm gonna lose my temper with them. Yeah, my sister is coming to stay with me. Now, this is the beauty, yeah, of having your life in order. You know, and your parents know. So my parents, obviously my stepdad and my mum, they know that if they passed away today, they know, Jay can go and take care of his little sister and that. Yeah, I mean, he's got multiple houses and that. He's got plenty of bedrooms. Yeah, my little sister come up here. Can we stay in that house? Because the other house is a bit too far away from the bus stop. Do you mind if we stay in the other house? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, this is the beauty of fucking getting your life in order and that. So yeah, if a woman have a child at 40, if they got other kids and that are older, yeah, no problem in that. Did you know Chipmunk from Tottenham? Yeah, Chipmunk, I don't know him personally, but that's one of my cousin's brethren still. I've got a big family, so I've got bare cousins. We got a man like Dosa David, one of the original subscribers, them. Would you send your kid to Latimer? The secondary school, yeah. Opinions on Enfield. I mean, obviously Enfield is a different place now. Like, Enfield is actually an ends now. Back in my day, obviously, GMG and Black Gang, they were about. Yeah, we were the ones that, started that beef and that. Yeah? But like Enfield wasn't, obviously they had Mandem and that, like, they had their gangs and that, but now like Enfield actually feels like it's an ends now. Like there's generations, you understand? Like the GMG and the Black Gang youths, they were the first. Yeah, they had no elders or nothing like that. But like now, there's actually generations and that. Like you got young youths who are 18 or 20 talking about, yeah, my elders. Yeah, they talk about people that are like my age or people. You got youths who are 18 talking about their elders. Their elders are younger than me. Yeah, that's how many generations there are now in. It's crazy, but every area starts off like that. Every area starts off with the first set of man. It doesn't matter. You just may have to go back further in time and that. Soon, Waltham Cross is going to be like Edmonton 3.0 because Enfield is Edmonton 2.0. So Waltham Cross is going to be like Edmonton 3.0. You watch, give it 10 more years. There will be youths repping Waltham Cross. Field Balls Grove, random size there. And they will probably have beef with Enfield dudes. Big up CJ, big up King A. Apprenticeship or working towards MVQ. I mean, try and get an apprenticeship if you can. Right. So this J Triple X person said, Jay, what's your opinion on saving, but then finding it hard to part with that money? I mean, listen, man, you gotta make that sacrifice and just save, man. But so I get it. You can fall into the trap of saving, but then you don't want to use that money for anything. You have to just get into the mind frame that I'm saving so that I can make an investment that's going to bring me back a return. You don't want to start hoarding money like a little squirrel, yeah, and keeping your nuts, keeping your nuts tight to you, innit? You don't want to hold on to money like it's going out of fashion, bro. Get money, obviously, save the majority, spend a little bit, but then once you save it for a certain, get a certain amount, and you need to invest it in something that's going to bring you back a return. All right, one sec. Right. Oh, this is a good question, yeah. So this H2 busy person will say is asking, what's the fuel economy like going from an R6 to the R1? Oh, do you know, I even forgot to top up the bike, Yo, let me tell you something, yeah. You see with the R1, yeah, every time I take that bike out, I may as well just top up when I come back. Yeah. And I ain't even going nowhere. Yo, I would just take the bike out and just spin around Northampton a few times. And that's it. It's done out the petrol. And I'm not there revving it up or nothing like that. Yo, it's mad. Fucking mad. But the R6 is it still burns a lot of petrol now, but the R1, I think it burns a little bit more, man. Definitely. 110%. Someone said, did you get your TikTok back? So no, I haven't been banned as in they haven't banned my account, but they banned the fact like they banned the ability for me to make money on one of my accounts. Well, the only account that is eligible to make money at the moment. So in 15 days, 16 days, on the 30th or the first or whatever, and that, then I can jump back on it. So that's why if you go on my TikTok and that on the original official account, I ain't been posting much videos. There's no point. Well, why am I gonna post on an account that's not gonna? I don't need it to build up any more followers. I've got enough followers. You need over 10K to make money. So I'm just gonna focus on an account that's close to 10K, which is my JWise TV 2.0. So that's why I've just been flooding it with videos and that. Someone asked, would you come back to London? I mean, I'll go back on the weekends, but yeah, I'd love to move back close to London, man. Just want, I don't even have to live on an end, like on the ends, but like, yo, I just want to be 20 minutes away. That's it. 20 minutes, bro. So this person said only two guys I'll listen to is Jay Wise and DD Gray. Yeah, man, but there's other man though, man. You should listen to as well. But yeah, big up DD Gray, man. Someone said, what car are you driving now? I've got an Astra. Brand new 2000 and blood clot 10, rude boy. Would you move back to London when you have kids? Nah, I won't be raising my kids on the ends, man. Talking about kids, oh my days. So today, yeah, I went running, yeah. So I've been doing my runs at my old house. Well, the house that's next to my old house, because my old house is technically rented out. But obviously I've got the property that's next door, yeah. So basically I've been doing my runs from the old estate that I used to live on, yeah. So starting my run today, normal run. So anyway, I run past some shops. So as you run past these shops, yeah, you kind of go downhill and then you have to go uphill, yeah. As I'm going downhill and starting to run uphill, I'm seeing these two little African girls in this main road. It's not a main, it's a fast road. Cars will go down there doing 30, 40 miles an hour. The only reason why they probably wouldn't be doing 30, 40 miles an hour at that particular part of the road is because there's a roundabout there. If you see other cars coming, you're going to need to slow down and stop. But if it's clear as day, there's no cars. Yo, you're going to be jumping over that roundabout at 40 miles an hour. So as I'm running up, I see these little African girls in the road. So, like 10 things are going through my head at once. As I'm approaching them, I'm looking out for the parents because maybe it was like an Audi Q7 or whatever, Q4 or something. It was an Audi SUV. This car has slowed down and basically come to a stop. One of the little African girls here, like one's like 2 years old, barefooted, no t-shirt on, nothing. The other one was a bit taller, so she was about 4 years old. So as I'm running up to them, because I have to go over there anyway, yeah, they literally, because I run in the road and cross the road, yeah. As I'm running up to them, I'm looking around for an adult, a black African adult, yeah. There's no one around. So anyway, I've stopped. I've looked around. I don't see no. I just picked the little girl up. I told the other one, get back on the flipping pavement, because she was just there, like she don't know if she wants to stand in the road or get on the pavement. Like, get back on the pavement. So anyway, pick the little girl up now, put her on the pavement. I said, where do you lot live? They're like, we live there. So basically, what happened was, yeah, they must have gone through their back. So obviously, at the back of their house is their kitchen. So they've gone through the kitchen back door, which leads to the garden, and then gone out of the back garden gate, and that backs onto our main road. Yo, I went into the people them's back garden with the little kids. Yeah, I got the little 2-year-old and the little 4-year-old with me. Yeah, they're like, we live in here. So I've put my foot in the door, like, so I'm half in this house. I don't even know these people, you know. I'm like, hello, hello, hello. No response. I'm there shouting, hello. No response. Anyway, I said to little girls, get in the house now. I was like, do not leave this house. Yeah. And I just slammed the door and then put the handle up. Yo, let me tell you something right now. Yeah. You see when I ran off, because I'm continuing my run. Yeah. You know, I was thinking, yeah, to call the police, you know. Yo, parents like that, yeah, they need a serious talking to. Yeah. If you can not be watching your kids and they can run out onto a main road, you know. I didn't say run out onto the park or onto a park or start playing in the grass. They ran out into the road. There's cars that travel at 30, 40 miles an hour. Yeah. You know, when I was running, when I ran off, because I'm continuing my run, I think to myself, yo, anyhow, anyhow, I had a baby mom and I found out that happened, I would fucking blow a gasket. Like, you lot don't know me. I am a functional maniac. Yeah, I got mental health. Yeah. All I'm saying, yo, I would have went fucking mad. I would have went mad. Yeah. Listen, the temper I've got, there's a reason why people around there don't fuck with me. Yeah. Because of my temper. Yo, I would have went nuts. They ran out into the main road where cars are bombing it, doing 30, 40 miles an hour. Man's on his phone, blood. Unbelievable. Right. Miss Bear comments. Right. Is saving 10K a year good? Yeah, that's decent. But if you can save 15, 16, 20, then yeah, you should be saving more. So you should be saving as much as you can. Don't be saving 10K a year, but you're on 150 grand a year. Nah, save as much as possible. Don't listen to these fucking stupid influencers that say save 10% of your salary. Yo, don't make me get into it again, you know, about how if I listen to these people, instead of me saving up 30 grand in 3 years, it would have taken me 14 years to save up 30 grand if I follow their advice by saving 10% of my salary. They've got it wrong. What it should be is you should invest 10% of your salary. So invest 10% of your salary, and then, you know, obviously living expenses and that, and then whatever's left over, save that. Yeah, maybe invest 10%. So if you're on, let's say you're on 3 grand a month, yeah, maybe if you want to invest 300, but if you're on 3 grand a month, you should be saving up about 2 grand, 1.8. Yeah, 1,800, 2 grand if you're on 3 grand a month, if you're still living at your parents' house and that. And then if you really wanted to, maybe invest 10%, which is 300. Maybe take 300 £300 out of that 2 grand or whatever and that. But yo, all of this saving 10%. We don't live until we're 200 years old. That's the sort of mentality that them chicks I've got talking about freezing their eggs at age 45. Fuck, blood. That's like, would you fucking put rotten meat in the fridge to freeze? No, you fucking dash that out, man. The fuck, blood. Right, big up this chiz person they follow. Does electrical pay better in London than other parts of the UK? I mean, probably. Yeah. I mean, you're probably going to get more in London than if you're in County Durham, which is way up north. Would you start an online business? Yeah, if I had an idea for it, if I had a good idea, yeah. But yo, let me tell you lot something right now, yeah. Stop asking me, oh Jay, would you start online business? If that's what you're thinking to do it. What have you got to lose? Especially if you're only investing £1,000, £2,000 into an online business. But what have you got to lose? Yeah, man, try a thing, blood. You ain't got nothing to lose, man. Especially if you imagine it, like if you're living at home with your mom or your dad and you have no assets, you have no liability, you have nothing. Yeah. Yo, that's the time to be starting business in that. Because if everything goes bad, what have you got to lose? Nothing. What you're looking for, fucking Astra or something like that. Whereas if things go bad for me, yo, the debt collection companies will think, right, he's got 6 properties, right? Yeah, one of them must. Yeah, you understand? So a man said, Jay Wise, can you give a story time on the bad Somali chick that blocked you? Right, let me I might want to know the. Hold on. Let me block this. Actually, no, this person. Hold on. I thought this person was a bot, you know. Right, you might want to hear the story, yeah. So, yeah, got the tenant's number, whatever, and that. Like, obviously, this is before I went there. I think, yeah, my coordinator must have phoned me and said, "Oh, this tenant said, oh, you know, this tenant might be going out, but like, no, hold on, wait, what happened? Right. So that's what it was. Yeah. So basically, the tenant must have lost her key, and she didn't know when whoever can bring a spare key can bring it. So she was wondering, like, can the electrician come at like 2, 3 o'clock instead of coming at 1 o'clock? Something like that. It was a Friday, yeah. So boom. So I said, so this is my coordinators phoned me and told me this. So I said, don't worry about it. I'll just phone the tenant and I'll get it done anyway. Because I'm on price work. If I don't work, I don't get paid. Yeah. So I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So I phoned up this tenant now, innit? Now, obviously, certain times you could tell, like, yeah, if the tenant's gonna be nice and that, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, there's been 1 or 2 times I've heard a tenant's voice and I just feel the thing's gonna be some mediocre dead thing. The thing was nice. But anyway, boom. So chatting to her now, like, I can tell like either she's from London or she's just definitely a part of the urban community in this Northampton area. So boom. So yeah, I've gone down there at like 3 o'clock or whatever. Phoned her prior to going there. She said, "Yeah, I mean, I managed to get the key sorted." Or whatever. So gone down there. She knocked the door. She answered the door in it, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, this thing, the voice matches the face." Yeah. So anyway, boom, chatting to her now. Obviously, she told me, "Hey, you know, you're good looking," and I said, "Anyway, boom." We started just chatting before, like after, just like texting and that. But basically, she was saying to me like, yeah, I want you to take me to like a Turkish restaurant and that, innit? And I was basically saying like, nah. I will come and link you around the corner from your yard or whatever and that, innit? And basically the girl just blocked me, innit? That's what it is, innit? She just blocked me. Yeah, she blocked me. Um, yeah, the, you're not going to have me taking you out. Nah, fuck that, man. I don't do this dating bullshit, bro. Someone said she blocked you. Why? Because she basically didn't want to accept like a lowball offer date. No. I know. But in my head, I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, if a girl's really on it, then she don't give a fuck about where you know, how you want to link up with her and that. That's bullshit, man. I think she's on a joke thing anyway, man, to be fair. Turkish is a light, quick 20 quid. It's not about that though. I've got it into my head that girls only want to go out on dates, or a lot of the time, girls will go out on dates with guys because they're on a break from their boyfriend and they just want to use you to take their mind off of them. So once I got that into my head, I was like, nah, nah. Listen, there's this black chick here. She was doing this thing called 50 First Dates. Yeah. This chick here was going on 50 first dates. And you just know she's just going on these dates for the sake of it. She's going on these dates to fucking to film content. I'm not being that guy, bro. You know, I'm not going out on no date with no fucking girl just for content and that, or just to take her mind off of her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend and that. Fuck that bullshit, man. Like R.I.P. Kevin Samuels the GOAT, like he said, I would love to know how many dates these women would be going on if the women were the ones that were paying for the dates. I guarantee you, I promise you, there would be no 51st dates content from that chick if she was paying for all those dates. Promise you, guaranteed, 110%. 110% going on 51st dates. Yeah, because you ain't fucking paying, blood. And you ain't got nothing else better to do. Who the fuck wants to go out on 50 dates with guys? Like, yo, girl, that's the thing. That's how you know the girl that is on a jolting. Women are not about quantity, they're about quality. How the hell is a girl gonna come across 50 quality guys? Bullshit, man. Just want to go out on dates for content and just out of boredom. Probably ain't got no fucking friends, bro. But look at this guy. To go like Jay Wise would have took out all his frustration out on a Marley. Nah. But yeah, man. So yeah, nah, man. I respect my time. And I just know, yeah, if a girl is actually into you, yeah, she don't mind. Listen, this is how you know, yeah. You don't need to be taking these girls out on chicks out on dates for the first time. You don't have to. If you want to, you can. But what I'm saying is, if a girl's truly into you, yeah, she won't mind meeting you 30 minutes around the corner from her house. What? I know this to be true. The fact that the chicks were fucking paying Drake $1,300 to take a picture of him. Don't tell me about these girls demanding dates and yeah. Listen, they don't give a fuck, man. When they're into you, yeah, they will fucking pay. Oh yeah, sorry. Chris Brown, not Drake. Yeah, Chris Brown. Sorry. Same difference. Yeah. Nah, this guy's funny. You're always complaining about TikTok keep blocking you. Then stop putting out videos which go against community guidelines. Stop playing the victim, take accountability. It's not that. TikTok shagged me. Do you know what I did? Yeah, I created a video like from scratch, and it was I don't know 15-minute long video, and I cut it up into pieces and I uploaded it separate pieces, yeah, onto my TikTok account. Each clip was like a minute and a half, 2 minutes long. TikTok gave me a strike. They gave me 4 strikes for about 4 of the videos. Well, maybe out of the 8 videos, they gave me 4 strikes on original content. This content has been copied. From where? It's my content. No one has taken that content and used it before me, and then I've used my own content, uploaded it. This is the first time TikTok's ever seen these videos, and this is fucking stupid AI technology, and I don't know why the hell, yeah, it thought it was an unoriginal video. I took that. I didn't even maybe uploaded the video onto YouTube, but that doesn't matter. YouTube and TikTok, they're exclusive. They don't share information or nothing like that. I uploaded an original video. It's not been posted ever on TikTok. Yeah, I cut up into clips, unoriginal content, 4 strikes, bam. And then I had like a previous strike from something else, got blocked. Fucking blocked, man. Me, I'm careful. Trust me, I'm careful. Someone said you have different accounts. That's why. No, it's not because of that. Because I didn't post the video on other accounts. I posted that one. It was a larger, long format video that was 15 minutes long. I cut it up into about 10 pieces and I posted it on one account and one account only. And I got 4 strikes. They were saying, unoriginal content and that. What? This is my original content. No one has used that video anywhere else. It's mad, man. I don't even get it, man. But are you blocked forever? No. You just get put on timeout for like 30 days. Yeah, long 30 days to blood clot. Man are talking about go Turkey. What? To end up like that guy? You hear about the guy that's been sent on a first class ticket to the pearly gates of heaven after he went Turkey? Told you. I told you about them Turkish man there. Them man, they were doing hair transplants by day and serving up shish kebab at night. You heard me, fam. This Kevy person saying, what about the guy? He's not here anymore. He don't exist in this dimension. Yeah. Yeah, in this realm. He don't exist in the living realm anymore. He's gone. First class ticket to heaven. That's an original JY's term. Yeah. If you hear anyone say first class ticket to heaven, no, they got it from me. Yeah. Just know they got it from me, but yeah, obviously with that girl, yeah, I clocked. Like, this is one thing I've clocked, yeah. If I get a girl's number and like say for example, yeah, we exchange numbers on the spot. Yeah, me and the girl, yeah. If when she texts me, she SMS texts me, I know something's up. Yeah. I know something's not right. Because who the fuck don't have WhatsApp? Yeah. If a chick SMS texts me, it's probably because she might have a boyfriend or she has like a main guy kind of thing. And I don't know, maybe she doesn't want the trace or the trail to be on her WhatsApp. Because, you know, if you're going to grab your girl's phone and look through her phone, her messages, and that, you're going on to WhatsApp and Instagram. No one's checking SMS, text messages. And that. So I clocked, like, even with this chick, yeah, she was initially SMS texting me, yeah. She wasn't WhatsApp texting me, and she didn't save my number on WhatsApp as well. So I knew something was up. That's why the girl just ended up blocking me. Because listen, when a chick is not serious in that, yeah, if you give her a stupid idea for a date, a stupid date, they're just gonna block you because they wasn't even serious about you in the first place. Whereas if a girl was serious about you, listen, if a girl meets a guy, and when I say serious, I don't mean serious because they're not gonna fucking know you to be serious. What I'm saying, yeah, if a girl has some sort of interest that wants to get to know you, I'm not even talking about jumping into bed. I'm talking about just wanting to get to know you, yeah. If a girl meets a guy and for some reason she just has this high level of interest into him, if he gives her a shit date, yeah, say, oh, you know, let's go to fucking McDonald's or let's go to Creams or Tinseltown and that, yeah, she ain't gonna block him. If anything, she's gonna say, well, why can't we go to a proper restaurant? If a girl meets a guy, yeah, that she's proper into, like, you know, she has a high level of interest in, if he says, let's meet up around your house around the corner for 30 minutes and that, she ain't gonna block him. No way. I've done it plenty of times. Just link a girl around the corner from her house. They ain't got no problem with it. I ain't interested in no girl that feels like, they need to be taken to some high-end restaurant on the first date. I don't date girls like that. Fuck that bullshit. I'm not one of them guys. I'm not one of them guys, blood. I don't do that bullshit. I don't go to high-end restaurants. I don't like going to restaurants, full stop. Man said round the corner to do what? Just chill. Yeah, just chill. We don't, I mean, if you want to do something, that's up to him. What I'm saying is just chill. Yeah, chit chat in the car. So hold on a minute. When a girl goes to link her brethren, they can do bullshit, nothing. They can just sit down and talk. But then when it's a guy, it has to be an excursion. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah? Let's say, yeah, you're a man watching this right now. And let's say you have a, you know, your brethren's them are man them, yeah? Let's say, yeah, you've got one friend. If he never wants to just sit down and chill with you, let's say you go to his yard or he comes to your yard. If the only time this person wants to be in the presence of you is when you've got something to do, like a motive or emotion, whatever they want to call it, yo, that guy there ain't your bona fide friend like that. If a man is your bona fide friend, you two should be able to fucking sit down in the living room and play cards or sit down and just watch TV. You're not even watching TV. You just got something on the screen and some background noise, but one of you two is telling them a story. Yeah? When I used to go and link one of my bridges and that, yeah, you put on the TV, we ain't even fucking watching it. Every now and then we might sit down and watch a movie. His girl will be there. We sit down and watch a movie, you know. But we're just there. It's usually me telling some crazy story or whatever. Like, you know, man, got bad stories of that. Yeah, my life is just, yeah. I don't even do much, but so much happens in my life. It's crazy. So, yeah, that's when you know a man is your brethren. That's when you know a man, you know, enjoys your company. No homo. When he can just sit down and just chat to you. You don't have to be doing anything. Yeah, every now and then a man will say, look, can we just go out and do something for once? And yeah, cool. But for the most part, you don't need to be going out every time. Nah. See, look, this Rene person, I thought this was a gal the whole time. This is a man, you know. Jay was, you're right. Me and my girl met at a local park for the first time. LOL. Within a few weeks, took her to Nando's. Yeah. Like, these chicks acting like they're so, like their time is so in demand and that. Yo, this would be the same chick that was sitting in her bed chatting shit to her friend and scrolling on TikTok for 2-3 hours every night. You ain't busy. You ain't fucking busy. Moving like you're so busy that anytime you're not doing whatever you're doing, you need to be entertained. Man, fuck off, blood. That girl was not interested in that way. Yeah, she told me she think I'm good looking. That don't mean nothing, blood. That don't mean nothing. The girl probably had a guy like on, like a main guy or something like that. Yeah, man. No, yeah. Obviously, if a girl is traveling down from fucking Nottingham to London to come and see you for the first time, obviously, respect the girl's time and just take her somewhere decent. But if you're willing, if you're saying to a chick like, yo, I'm gonna drive to you, you live 10, 15, 20 minutes away, come with me around the corner and we just sit and chill. The reason why I say meet around the corner, because I mean, she might not want to be seen sitting in a guy's car outside of her front door. I don't know any. So I'd say meet around the corner. Yeah? You're going to the girl, like, yo, she's got a serious problem with that, fam. She ain't interested. I guarantee you, if fucking Chris Brown here, I'm saying, yeah, I'll come meet you around the corner. Yeah. You had a fucking one mixed race chick that was waiting outside the prison in the UK for Chris Brown. You lot see that post on the Shade Borough? There's a chick, she was standing outside the prison when Chris Brown got released. Yo, he was in a tinted whip. She didn't even fucking see him. So hold on a minute. There are chicks that are willing to stand outside prisons waiting for Chris Brown. There would have been chicks willing to go and visit Chris Brown. They don't fucking know him, but they're gonna go and visit him. There were chicks willing to pay 1,300 to go and take pictures with Chris Brown, but then there's chicks that are not willing to link a man around the corner from their house. You're going to them for 30 minutes. They're not interested in that way. Yeah, they're not interested. For whatever reason, I don't care what the reason is. It doesn't matter what the reason is. Maybe she's getting tired of her boyfriend and she wants to try and see what else. I don't care what the reason is. I just know that that girl there is on a joke thing. Yeah. Like I said, obviously, if a girl's coming down to see you and she's traveling from Nottingham or Manchester, obviously, don't just be like, yeah, we're gonna go and chill around the corner for 30 minutes. Nah, come on. Because if a girl's traveling that far to come see you, she probably likes you. Yeah, she definitely does. You think about it this way: if a girl's traveling 4 hours to come and see you, think about all the guys in her area that she could have been getting with. She chose you for some reason. So she likes you. She's willing to travel that far and that. Get a hotel if she's traveling. I mean, I don't need to get no hotel. I got fucking house. I mean, see this person here, Jack, here talking about get a hotel if she's traveling. You see, there's clues in a man's language that he uses. Yeah, a man said get a hotel if she's traveling, i.e., get a hotel if she's traveling from far away. Yo, the fact that a man's talking about a hotel, like this person could be young, it doesn't matter, innit? The fact that a man's talking about a hotel just means that I know he don't have his own house or his own place. Definitely not. Because why the hell would I be booking a hotel for a girl I got my own house? That don't make no sense. Or I would even tell a girl to book a hotel if I got my own house. I had to get a hotel when I got my own house. Why would you need to get a hotel when you got your own house? Sometimes they don't want to be in your yard. Imagine, yeah. Press 1 in the chat if you saw that video where I got stopped by the police for no MOT. So I got stopped by the police, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago for no MOT. Imagine. So that happened on like a Wednesday, yeah? The next week on Friday, yo, I'm on my motorbike, yeah? Now, I didn't clock there was undercover police in this car, yeah? So, get me, I've gone on the opposite side of the road. I've weaved in between traffic and that. I've gone around the roundabout Like if you're at a roundabout and you're turning right to go and use, like, let's say the third exit, you'd be going around the roundabout tight to the roundabout. I was going around the roundabout wide. Yeah. I'm on a bike. I'm a black man. So I'm gonna ride like a black man. Yeah. And I've clocked, like in Northampton, yeah, like you don't see man them on bikes like that. So I think like the police, because I've been stopped before on my motorbike in Northampton. And I think like they just get a little bit excited, the police, when they see man them on bikes. I don't know, innit? Anyway, boom. So obviously when I ride with earphones and I listen to music. So boom. So I'm done. I've done what I've done now, innit? Weaved in between traffic and that, gone around the roundabout, the wide way around and that. Boom. I'm on the straight and narrow on that. You get me? It's gone amber, then it's gone red. But I've just, yeah, man's just, yeah. What am I stopping for, innit? Boom. Obviously, when I ride on my bike, people are looking at me and that, innit? Yo, man's looked in, something just said, turn around and have a look. Yeah, like whilst I'm riding. Yo, the blue lights are on. I'm like, oh shit. This is the second time, yeah, I've been in a police chase and I didn't even know I was in a police chase. The police, so anyway, so the blue lights are behind me. So I've just pulled over and that. And they're like, yeah, stop. I'm like, oh shit, they're pulling me over. I'm pulling over to let them through. They've stopped me. Anyway, boom, the police have got out of the car now, and it was a silver Volvo, was tinted, yeah. The guy at the car. Obviously, I pulled over in it, yeah, on this main road, like a fast road and that. Police officers come along. I'm like, yo, I know you. He's like, what? I took off my helmet. It was the same police officer that stopped me the week before for the no MOT and that. Anyway, he's like, yo, what are you doing on this bike? Like, as in, why are you riding like that? So anyway, I've got a video of it as well. I just ain't released it yet. So what he done is he said to me, right, this can go two ways, yeah? You don't see it in the video once I drop it. This can go two ways. I can't remember what the second alternative was. I'm not too sure. I can't remember what he was saying. But anyway, he was saying that basically I can put you in for a course where you take on, it's like a training course for like stopping for red lights or whatever. Because obviously man's jumped the red light. It wasn't a mad one where the light was red for 5 seconds and I went across. It was, the light was red for a second and I just jumped. I'm not stopping having a harsh break in it. So anyway, he said, I can put you in for the course thing. It's up to you, innit? Yeah. Like potentially, obviously, you could get 3 points or however many points. And then I'm there trying to wriggle my way out of it. Like, can't you just like not do it or whatever, innit? Yeah. I said to him, is it because you're on the thing I was pointing at his camera? He's like, nah. So anyway, that he said to me, yeah, between 7 to 28 days, you're gonna get a letter through the post about this potential getting points or going on the course thing. I still ain't heard nothing. But I think he did say to me, I'd have to watch the video again and that. I'm sure he said to me, yeah, like whoever it gets sent to the footage, they can look at it and just be like, whatever. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe they saw the footage of me jumping the line. They probably just thought, I mean, if he could have waited a 1 second and that, but you know, just let him go on it. Maybe I got away with it. I don't know. Maybe I got away with it. Yeah, I got stopped the next week by the same police officer. Mad. I think I wriggled my way out of that one day as well. Because he said, I could do you for dangerous driving, jumping a red light, failing to stop. They were trying to, he said, we could have done you for failing to stop. He said, we thought we was onto one. We thought we was in a police chase and that. I didn't even know I was in a police chase. That's the second time that's happened. Look at this person. Nah, they're gonna send it to you. Yo, he said between 7 to 28 days. Yo, it's been a lot longer. It's been a lot longer than that. I can't remember when exactly, but I'm sure it's been a month. It has to have been a month. It has to be a solid 30 days. He said he's took 2 months. Fuck. But anyway, it's only a course because I'm thinking to myself like, there's no course for jumping red lights. Like there's a course for speeding. I've been on that twice, but there's no course for jumping a red light. And I searched it. There is actually a course for jumping a red light. So obviously, do you know what it is? Yeah, he could have just let me go with like scot-free and that. But I think obviously he wanted to teach me a lesson and that. So he knows, you know, it's only going to be a course. It's only going to be a training course. There's going to be no fine or there's going to be no points or anything. So make this guy go on this course to help him, innit? So that's the only reason why he put me in for the course. If it does actually come to fruition, though, you know what I mean? Hopefully it don't, anyway. Is it your first time? Yeah, jumping a red light is my first time. Yeah, yeah. Well, getting caught. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Obviously, I've got speeding and that. I've done the speed awareness course twice because one was in 2021 and then one was like within the last year or so. So yeah, yeah, definitely better than points. Yeah, definitely better. Man said you're gonna get the course. Are you a rider? Yeah, London Stripes. But yeah, it's definitely better than points, man. Real talk. So yeah, this Wesley person said the same cop is very lenient with you. Do you know why? Because of my attitude. I said to him at the end of the video where I got stopped about the MOT thing, I said to him at the end of the video, after I cut the video and that, I said, the reason why I made the video is just want to show people that look like me, this is how you conduct yourself when dealing with the police. You don't need to be hyping up. There's certain people that look like me. No, this person saying, was it a brother? No, the white man. His name is probably Charlie, proper white you, yeah, with blonde hair, yeah. I think he's even younger than me as well. That's how you know man's getting old when the police are younger than me. But yeah, the reason, listen, I'm telling you right now, yeah, if I get stopped for something and it's a situation where I can get away with it or not get away with it, I'll always get away with it. Always get away with it because of my attitude. Do you know what it is? Yeah, maybe it's because I'm black as well. So they're expecting a certain behavior, and when they don't get it, they're shocked. Like, wow. Me, I've been arrested for all kinds of foolishness, attempted murder. I didn't do it. One of my brethren got stabbed. They thought it was me because I was so active in my area and that. They said on the radio, Jelani Knight, he's the main suspect for this drill that happened years ago. You lot can go and search it right now. Type in on YouTube, stabbed 19 times in Edmonton. And my brethren got stabbed 19 times. Yeah. I've been arrested for that, all kinds of foolishness and that. Never been thrown on the floor by the police, ever. The most that's happened is a police officer's pinned me against a railing and raised his fist. I don't know why the fuck he done that, but I've never been dashed on the floor, nothing like that by the police. Did he make it? Yeah. Listen, that was one interview I was talking. I said, you got the wrong person. I was at his house earlier that day. Ask his mum. Ask his mum. Because obviously he's been stabbed 19 times. So I don't think he's in any like fit condition to be talking. So ask his mum. Ask his mum. But yeah, obviously, I think I was in the cells for like 2 days straight. Obviously, they released me and that. But yeah, I was still on bail for attempted murder for like 3-4 months. I remember, yeah. So there was one time, so like obviously, because I was on bail for that attempted murder, obviously, like I said, I didn't do it, yeah. But there were certain other people in my area that had quite a little bit of a name and a reputation. They got arrested for it as well. And I wasn't allowed to be with them. Yeah. Like I'm cool with them, but they're not my friend. I wouldn't be phoning them, but I'm cool with them. Like if I'm walking down the road and they get into beef, I'll back them. If I get into beef, I expect them to back me because we're all part of the same team, green team. Yeah. So anyway, I wasn't allowed to be with certain people. So anyway, there's one guy, yeah, in my area. He's very well known and that. Me and him are standing up talking, and there's like 3-4 other men, and he said, "We're not allowed to be together." You know that? And I say, yeah. Next thing I know, community police officers are coming. They clocked me and him are not supposed to be together. I just started running. I ran from Edmonton Green bus garage. I was running towards Edmonton Green Leisure Centre, and there was like 2 of them in front of me. And I just gave up. They put me in the police car. I'm thinking, yo, I'm going to prison today. But I didn't clock like, oh, when you're on bail, but you have not been charged, if you breach your bail conditions, they can't send you to prison. They can only send you to prison if you've been bailed because you've been charged and you breach your bail conditions. Now they could have changed it now, but back in my day and now, it's probably still the same. If you get nicked and you're on bail, but you haven't been charged, if you breach your bail conditions, then they just arrest you and then release you. But if you've been if you've been charged and you breach your bail conditions, then you will go to prison on remand and that. Nah, it's not. Nah, it's not. It's not Tio. Nah. But one of his people, yeah, one of his people still. Nah, this guy's not a rapper, but yeah, I'll give it away. He goes by the name of General something. That's it. You sure? Nah, it's not TK. Nah, it's not TK. Big up TK. Nah, it's not TK. To be fair, big up TK. TK started off as a Chingford youth, you know. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, it's him. Still. Yeah. But TK started off as a Chingford youth still. So he was Chingford at first. And like his brother used to roll with us, man, like the DA lot. And yeah, next thing I know, obviously TK used to come Edmonton anyway and chill with them lot anyway. But obviously at some point, I don't know, he started running 9 Boys or whatever. But yeah, TK was rated in Chingford as well. He was like one of the main ones. So Chingford's east, but Chingford and Edmonton is next to each other. Yeah, the only thing that's separating Chingford and Edmonton is the River Lee. That's it. Chingford and Edmonton are right next to each other, but you can't walk from Edmonton to Chingford. I mean, unless you go down the motorway. There's no road that takes you from Chingford to Edmonton like a residential street. But because basically, what it is, there's a place. It's not a real place, but Northeast London kind of exists, but it don't exist. Northeast London is this: Edmonton, Tottenham, Chingford, and Walthamstow. That's Northeast London, technically. But it's not a real place, but yeah, there are some references to Northeast London, and Edmonton comes under Northeast London, and so does Chingford, Tottenham, and Walthamstow. Yeah, Chingford's nice, but obviously they still got their little bad estate. I think Chinghall Estate or something like that. I've never been there. I don't even know where it is really. But yeah. Obviously, Walthamstow is East London. But what I'm saying is, if you was to type in Google North East London, it will come up with Chingford, Edmonton, Tottenham, and Walthamstow. Yeah, I know any don't exist, but trust me, if you was to Google that, it would actually come up. Person said, "What's your name, Jamal?" Nah. I know I look like a Jamal, but I'm not. I'm not a Jamal. My name's Jelani. Probably weird you not hearing me say my name, innit? Right, so Ms528, big up Ms528, he's a part of the membership. Yo, Jay, recently took your advice from the previous streams, finally got my own place, disowned my whole family, best decision I've made, full of entitled demons. Yeah, become independent as soon as possible and distance yourself, like you said. Yeah, man, because there's certain people, obviously, only distance yourself from people who are no good in your life, that can only weigh you down, obviously, like an anchor. Obviously, if you've got good people in your life and that, even if they're poor people and that, still keep them around, you know what I mean? But if they're no good and, they only bring, I don't know, misery and, pain in your life, get rid of them. Get rid of them. A sign to get rid of people is when their problems start to become your problem. At best case scenario, someone should provide no value to your life. They don't add, they don't take away. They are just neutral. They are a spare tire in the trunk. Yeah. That's at best. Sorry, that's at worst, should I say. At worst, they should provide no value. At best, obviously, they bring value to your life. But you should never have anyone in your life that's just causing constant drama and problems. You're having to stop your day to go and run behind this person and that. Oh, such and such has collapsed because they've on the gear too much and that. Get that. Get that. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be your mum. It could be your brother. Yeah. Cousin, whoever. Friend. If they're taking up time and they're distracting you from your purpose and your mission, because you should be on a purpose and a mission. Yeah, you should be on a purpose and a mission. If they're distracting you from that, they gotta go. They got to go. See, it was all right for them to be a burden in your life when you had nothing going on. But now you got stuff going on. Nah, they got to go, man. They got to go. Your dad named General. What, General Levy? But yeah, man, they got to go, man. If they're not providing no value and they're taking away and they're just distracting you, because that time that you're spending running behind this person, you could be productive. You should be using that time to be productive, man. All right, big up Jada. One sec. Let me see a comment. Is it good to consider renting out rooms to people? So what, renting out rooms to people in your own house that you live in? Well, let me just tell you something right now, yeah? Whilst you're writing down your reply and that. If you're renting out rooms to people in your own house, especially, yo, you better be the dominant force in that house, because people will try to take advantage of you in your own yard. I see it. There was one video, probably on Instagram. I think it's before I used TikTok, because with me and TikTok, I never used TikTok as an app and then started uploading videos however long later. No, I downloaded TikTok specifically to upload videos. Yeah? So it must have been on Instagram. This is in America, some couple, you know, you get them, not hippie people, but them rock star looking man that, yeah, they rented out Airbnb from a host. Now the host is present in this house. Next thing you know, they tied up the woman, taking over her yard. Come to this house and think you're going to tie up this person here. You must be mad, blood. You must be mad. Like, it's funny, yeah? A lot of tenants, I know in their head they probably think they're tough, but the fact that when I go to certain tenants' houses, I'm not talking about the women. Some of the women, they think they're tough, but they're not as well. But some of the men, they will think they're tough, but they will ask me for ID. I'll knock your door, they'll ask you for ID. What are you asking for ID? If you're a tough guy, what are you asking for ID? Me, I will never ask anyone for ID, because if you're the wrong person, you're going to be in problems. You're going to be in problems. I'm not worried about no one coming to my house who might not be the right person. And you're going to be in problems. You're going to wish you never came to this house. You best back out your team first, because someone's getting poked. It's either me or them. Someone is getting poked up in that yard. Not yet. There is going to be a red mess on that floor. Yeah? You lot don't know me, fam. I'm telling you. Makes me laugh. People are asking for ID now. I'm asking for ID for. You don't want to come to this house, mate. You don't want to come to this house. Right. But yeah, big up Ingrid for the follow. Ingrid, wait, where you watching from? Where you watching from? Django asks, how many strikes would you give before you evict tenants? Oh, it's not about strikes. Like, with that female that I evicted, obviously she was just a damn jackass, innit? But like, oh no, the live's gonna get blocked now. You watch, yeah. But yeah, after like 11 days of her being at my yard, obviously, I think what the last straw was she was flushing the sanitary towels down the toilet. Yeah. I don't know if you lot have seen any videos where I spoke about that, but she blocked the toilet. So I'm not waiting for her to come back to unblock the toilet. More than likely, she's going to make it worse. She's not a plumber. This is a gal. She don't know what the fuck she's doing. So I unblock the toilet. Yeah. So as I'm pumping this thing, because there's a way, yeah, where you can use a big 1.5 litre bottle as a plunger. Yeah. You don't have to have a physical plunger. I don't like those things. To me, they're dirty. Like, you know, if I had a plunger, after I use it, I'd have to clean it. I'm not just gonna leave that there on the side. So I don't like toilet brushes, none of that plunger. I'm like one of them OCD people, yeah. So yeah, I'm plunging this toilet now. I'm seeing red, liquid. Anyway, I must have phoned her up like, yo, how are you putting fucking sanitary towels down the toilet and that? So anyway, when she came back to the house that day, I told her, that's it. You will be leaving this house on, I think it was the 9th of February, unless I see some changes. So I put her on a trial. And then obviously, so that happened on, let's say, I don't know. I don't know what day that happened. Let's say that happened on, I don't know, the 18th of December. Yeah, just gone. Boom. On Christmas Day, this girl phones me up. I've lost the key. Are you around in the local area? But I went fucking mad, blood. I went mad. So yeah, I kicked her. Well, I said to her, you're going on the 9th of February. Just too clumsy. Too clumsy. How the hell do you lose the key on Christmas Day? She lied, man. She didn't even lose the key. She's just feeling lonely, and some people just need attention. I'm not talking like that. I'm not talking like, oh yeah, woman needs attention, she's lonely. No. Yeah. So yeah, I just got rid of her. But I had to go down there and evict her. I had to go down there and evict her, man. But yeah, in terms of strikes and that, I mean, if my tenant spoke to me in a way I didn't like they would have to say something mad rude for me to be like, nah, you're going today, or like evict. But if my tenant had like a bit of an attitude, which I've never had with any of my tenants, I've never had no attitude with none of my tenants, none of them. And I've had man renting from me for years now, you know, no attitude. I'll say to him, blood, chat to me properly. Yeah. And if a man, then obviously it's just going to escalate, you know what I mean? But do you know what it is? Yeah, men understand. Men understand, yeah. If you argue too much, it can turn violent, aggressive. You understand? So men know the level. Females, they think they can get away with it. And you'll find this in life. A woman is more likely to square up to a man and be talking cash money than a fucking woman. They even said it on the Fresh and Fit podcast. They said the reason why the majority of their security team is gal, because the chicks on the panel, the guests, are less likely to run their mouth to other chicks. Now, obviously, there have been fights between chicks and that. But you will see the girls talking more mad to Myron than another chick, because the other chicks will move to them. I've seen the other chicks, like who are part of the set, the Fresh and Fit team. I've seen them move to some of the guests. I've seen them move to them. Swing first, yeah. Women, they think that they can run their mouth to a man because they're like, well, you ain't gonna touch me because get me. A lot of old people will try a thing as well. Old people will try a thing on you, you know, because they're like, well, I'm an elderly person. He's not gonna do nothing. You wanna go to prison? For hitting an elderly person? Big up this, was it Weasley for the follow? What phone are you using? The quality is crazy. It's crazy, a good thing. It's a S25 Ultra, Samsung thing. These are running out. I buy these yogurts all the time and they end up flipping going off because I don't eat them. How do I deal with women like that? In terms of what? Just don't deal with them. Cut them off. Cut them out of your life, blood. You don't need to be putting up with no shit from nobody. No gal, no friends, no mum, no dad, no siblings, none of that. Cut people off. If you're a decent person and that you ain't getting good treatment from people, nah, man, get rid of them. Have some more self-respect. There's people right now, yeah, they're good to people and that, whatever, family, whatever, and that, and their family is still taking the piss. Get rid of them. Give them the gift of missing you. When they come calling back, tell them come to my house and clean my house. You know, they ain't doing that. They have too much pride and ego. What areas in London are cheap to rent except Croydon? You have to pay me to live there, right? Right, so this Joel Morgan person. Oh, sorry. Big up Miss 528 for the £2 super chat. One sec. So this Joel Morgan person said, looking to buy closer to London by myself. How much should I aim to put down? And should I care about the total amount of mortgage payment relative to salary? I mean, obviously, in terms of like mortgage payments and that, like obviously you don't want to fucking default because you ain't earning enough and that. But to be fair, you ain't even gonna get the mortgage offer if you're not earning enough. So put it this way, yeah. Let's say, for example, yeah, you earn £2 a month. In your heart, yeah, you should probably be able to afford a mortgage of £1,000 or something like that. I'm just using random numbers, yeah. The bank are gonna say, nah, we don't think you can afford a mortgage of 1,000. You can only afford a mortgage of 750. So if they grant you that mortgage, they are confident that you can pay it. Because trust me, they ain't granting nobody a mortgage they ain't confident in. I can promise you that. Because I've been rejected for a few mortgages, yeah. That's the thing, yeah. In this world, yeah, you just gotta keep going. Me, I'm sitting on 6 properties, but do you know how many mortgages I've applied for and the lender said, no, it's got nothing to do with my credit score. My credit score is good. Yeah. To be fair, actually, I've done a credit check the other day. It's not that good because I think, oh no, it's gone down a little bit for some reason. But yeah, I ain't in debt on what. I mean, £800,000 worth of debt, but yeah. But anyway, your credit score will go down, but it will go back up anyway. But yeah, I've got 6 properties and that. I've got 6 mortgages on the go, but I've been rejected for a lot of mortgages. Yeah. Yeah, we don't think this guy is going to be able to pay the mortgage. Oh, shut up. 3 properties later, I've got more properties than that. Yeah, we talking about you don't think I'm going to be able to afford the mortgage or pay the mortgage. 6 properties, only 800k. Yeah, remember this is Northampton though, isn't it? What's your views on flats, leasehold service charge, etc.? Let's say, yeah, right now, yeah, you've got enough money for a flat. Let's say, for example, yeah, if you saved up for another 6 months, you can buy a house, then go and save up for another 6 months to buy a house. If you're in a position where you've only got money for a flat right now and it's going to take you 2 years to buy a house, just buy the damn flat. Obviously, you don't want to be buying flats that have got lifts and that because the service charge is crazy. Big up Xavier. Have you ever looked into a commercial property? No, not yet, not yet. Nah, not yet. I say worst advice. Do you always do freehold or leasehold is fine? So obviously the last two properties that I bought, they've been houses and that. I will not be buying no more flats personally. Because when you have a flat, you're a leaseholder in a block, yeah? The person who owns the block, whether it's like a council or a housing association or some private landlord and that, they're gonna phone you and be demanding you go and sort out this leak that's going into the flat. But man, shut up, man. No one can phone me, and no, I don't like people phoning me and telling me what to do. You're not my manager, you're not paying me, bro. Where are you from and what area in the city do you invest in? So I'm from Edinburgh, North London. Well, so I've got properties in Northampton. Man said hairline barely hanging on. Yeah, like I was hanging on to your mama's titty last night. Nice car or no? No. Oh no. The lie's probably gonna get banned now. That's right, I was gonna be coming off soon anyway. Do you like Tottenham? I mean, Tottenham's like my second home, to be fair, you know. I feel more at home in Tottenham between, let's say, the border of Tottenham and Edmonton, and let's say up to like Bruce Grove. I feel more at home there than I do in, let's say, like Angel Edmonton near McDonald's. You know what I mean? Some strange reason. Yeah, man, Tottenham to me is like my second home, man. How does that work if you used to have problems there? Yeah, just because I have problems in the area, that don't mean that I wasn't afraid to go. That doesn't mean that I would stay out of the area. I didn't give a fuck. I remember one time I had beef with some Tottenham youths, chased three of them down the road after they tried to stab me. Got on the bus for 10 minutes, got off at Chick King. Some MPK youths tried G-check me, blood. I swung at them, they end up beating me up still. You know what I mean? Innit? Yeah, yo, I don't give a fuck, blood. These are men from my generation, though. They're not about more. I think one of them even got deported back to Jamaica. To be fair, he actually nearly broke my jaw. To be fair, man said, "Uncle, were you the guy I saw having a fight in a bus in Edmonton?" Nah, that wasn't me, man. I said, "Wagwan, yeah, wagwan." So, would you go through farm at your age now? Fam, I made a video where I just took my bike down there. What do you think of Dave Ramsey? Yeah, Dave Ramsey gives. I don't think he gives the best advice. He don't give you bad advice. I think he gives you the wrong advice. Because there was a guy who he's a tradesman, and obviously works in the construction industry. He's phoned up Dave Ramsey and he said, "Listen, Dave, I've got a property at the moment, like it's my house. I'm thinking of doing a remortgage to pull out some money and go and buy a property to renovate and do up and potentially sell or maybe rent out, whatever." And Dave Ramsey said, "Do not do that. Do not pull out money from your existing property and go and buy another property to renovate, to maybe sell, or to maybe rent. What you should do is, and it's the stupidest advice ever, save up the money to buy the other property in cash." Is this guy fucking stupid? I don't think Dave Ramsey actually understands that we don't live for 300 years, you know. How long is it going to take to save up 100 grand, 150 grand to go and buy a property in cash? Unbelievable. No, especially the fact that this guy is a tradesman as well. Yes, he should be pulling money out of his own property and going to buy another property to renovate and then potentially sell, if not rent. Dumb, man. What kind of advice is that? The problem is, yeah, with someone like Dave Ramsey, because he over leveraged and he ran up so much debt and he went bankrupt, he's terrified of debt. Terrified of debt. Terrified of debt. This guy won't even touch a credit card because he's scared. Me, I won't touch a credit card. I don't need a credit card. If I don't have it, I'm not spending it. Simple as that. I'm not gonna not touch a credit card because I can't trust myself. Yeah, you see, you have to understand who you're watching. Yeah, there's people out here, yeah, they have no self-control. That's why he's terrified of credit cards and that. Me, I could get a credit card and not spend any money, and I'm like, what do I need one for? You don't need a credit card to build up good credit. You're watching a man right now that's got 6 properties on the go. 6 mortgages on the go. I've never owned a credit card ever in my life. Probably will not. How much is your overdraft? I don't even know if I have an overdraft. I've never been in my overdraft. The closest I've been to an overdraft is, obviously, I've got like 7 bank accounts. Like, just with one bank, but I've got like 7 accounts. And every now and then, one account ain't got enough money in it, because obviously I put money into all my accounts and that. And the bank will say, oh, you need to put X amount of money, insufficient funds available. I'll get a text. Oh, shit. Put the money in the account before 2 p.m. or something like that. Other than that, I've never been in my overdraft. There's certain people right now, they live in their overdraft, you know. What a crappy existence is that? What sort of crappy existence is that? Living in your overdraft, rude boy. But are you richer than Dave Ramsey? He has been there and done it before you were born. Yeah, but just because he's richer than me, that doesn't mean that his advice is good, you know. Yeah? He told somebody who is in the construction industry, who is thinking about buying properties and renovating them. He told them to save the money up and buy the property in cash. We don't live for 200 to 300 years. And you have to think to yourself, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, some people don't think before they speak. He's telling this guy to save up and buy the property in cash. Yo, let's say it would even take him 10 years to save up and buy a property in cash. Like £150,000, £200,000, yeah? It'd take you a good long time to save up that money, yeah? The property that he's looking at right now that's worth 150, 200 grand in cash that he's looking to save up to buy. In 10 years, is it going to be worth 200? Is it going to be worth 150 to 200? No, it won't. Because my first house that I bought for 136,000, call it 140,000 in 2017 is now worth 210. Property prices go up. So even if I said to myself, right, I'm going to save up 140 grand for this property here in 2000 and let's say 14 or even 2017. By the time I get to 2025, that property is no longer worth 140 grand. It's worth 210. So now I'm gonna wait another 7 years to save up an extra 70 grand. Bam, that property is no longer 210. Now it's 300. Be careful who you're taking advice from, man. And some people as well, yeah, they talk a good game, yeah, that, you know, their advice and the knowledge they give is good. But if this person isn't winning in life, like they have nothing to show, just know it's all theory. They know a lot of nothing. For me, I actually live what I talk about, and I talk about property, and I got fucking property. I don't tell you a lot about starting business because I'm not a businessman. You won't find any videos of me talking about starting out businesses. I'm not a businessman. I don't own businesses. I'm a property man. I buy properties. I'm a landlord. Yeah, I will teach you how to pattern up your tenants and that. Yeah, that's why I've had properties for 7 years. I've had like 30 tenants. At the moment, I've got about 10 tenants. No one has ever not paid the rent. Never. Never. Even the person I evicted, they were still paying rent. And I told them, you're getting evicted. They were still paying their rent. It's not a coincidence. I was talking to one Polish woman. She said to me, oh, you're quite lucky, you know, that, you know, your tenants have always been paying you rent. This was before, like, I only had like 3 properties at this time or something like that. So, oh, you're quite lucky, you know, your tenants always paying rent on time. I've got a friend. Yeah, he's always having trouble with his tenants paying the rent on time. I had to correct him. I'm not lucky. It's not lucky. Listen, when you have a certain way about you, people don't fuck about with you. You lot can think what you lot want behind your mobile phone screens and that. In person, you know, there's a reason why the little kids outside don't play football no more, innit? Because I had to jam it on the parents and that. They had to call the police on me. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sitting in my fucking house listening to these kids play football till 9:30 at night. I told the parents there's going to be some changes around here when I move, and I moved in and there were changes. Before, when I used to come to this road, there was 10 kids playing out. JY's moved in, no kids play outside no more. Yeah. At the old house, you know, obviously I've got the 2 houses that are next to each other and that. The kids were out there for 3 years on the trot, kicking that ball against the fucking the garages, pissing off my old elderly neighbor. She's a great grandma. I come along. I had to go over to the parents' house about 3 times. Eventually, it stopped. They don't play out at the back of my house no more, kicking that ball against the garage and that. Yeah. When I pull up to an estate, people will know about me. I don't even talk to no one like that. I ain't even friendly with people like that. Obviously, I don't want to get arrested and I've got too much to lose, you know, but I ain't sitting in fucking silence, bro. Certain man think because they got a bit of size, they're tough. Yo, you will meet your match. You will meet your match. That size will be tested. A lot of men can get away with having size and that because most people are not willing to fight. You see, Northampton's a funny area, you know. It's the sort of area where you have a guy that will be a quite large specimen of a human being. So now he thinks he's a bad man. On the ends in London, yeah, you have guys that are 6'5" and that they don't think they're bad because they know themselves. Yeah, you will get taken off. Yeah, you will get dealt with by some short guy that might be 5'9" or whatever. But in Northampton, you have a guy that's quite a large, yeah, humanoid and that, and he thinks he's a bad boy just because he's big. Yo, they will just have to make a longer coffin for your 6'5" body, blood. Behave your fucking self, boy. Like Jay West, I'm 30. I live with parents. Should I use money saved up to move out? Or should I finance a BMW? You're asking stupid questions. You know what the answer is. The fact that you're asking me, you know. A lot of people in this world pretend they don't know what to do because they don't want to take responsibility. I'm telling you, yeah, when you get to my level, and I'm not saying, listen, I ain't no mad high IQ. I'm not fucking Einstein, obviously, innit? I ain't some well-read, well-educated, got 2 PhDs, got letters before and after my name like a fucking algebraic equation. No. But I'm just a very observant individual, yeah? And when you get to my level, yeah, of observation, yeah, everyone's a fucking idiot. Everybody pretends like they're stupid, like it's a game. I will go to the tenants' houses, yeah, and I'll say to them, what I need you to do is you see the TV plugs, pull the plug out. I'll even do the gesture, pull the plug out. Boop. pull the plug out. They'll walk off, and after a second, they'll turn around and say, switch off or unplug. Plug, I just told you to unplug it. Yeah, why are you asking me switch off or unplug for? Every fucking time. Every time. Every time. Yeah, like they're stupid. That's why people will get furniture from IKEA and they will never have furniture from IKEA because they don't know how to follow instructions to the T. Me, I never struggle with building furniture from IKEA. It always gets done. It gets done properly as well. People don't know how to fucking follow instructions. People love to pretend that they're stupid. I went to a tenant's house today. I said to the woman, how long have you lived here for? She said 7 years, yeah? 7 years. You lived in a house for 7 years. So halfway through the test, I said to her, where's the gas meter? Not the electric. Where's the gas meter? The gas meter? I don't know where the gas meter is. Blood, how long have you fucking lived in this house for? Nah, I didn't say that, obviously. How long have you lived in a house to not know where your gas meter is? All of you lot watching this right now, yeah? If you live in a house, because if you live in a flat block, it might be downstairs and whatever. If you live in a house, I mean, flats, a lot of flats don't even have gas meters. Tower blocks and that. If you live in a house, you should know where the fucking gas meter is. People just love acting stupid, man. Fucking stupid. I remember one time, yeah, when I was working at the infamous Holborn job, yeah, before lockdown. Certain days I would ride my bike from Edmonton, to my motorbike, from Edmonton to Holborn, yeah? And obviously on those days, like during my lunch break, I'll go like Tinseltown or something like that. Because from Holborn to Clerkenwell or whatever it's called, Farringdon or whatever it's called, I think it was only like a 20-minute bike ride, or probably less than that. So I used to just go to Tinseltown on my lunch break. Plus, I'm the manager as well, so I used to take longer lunch breaks anyway. So there was one time, yeah, luckily, my bike broke down near my workplace. So it was only like 10 minutes away. I had to push the bike back. Yeah? I'm there on the pavement. The pavement is wide. The pavement is like 5 meters wide. Yeah, this is in Holborn. I'm pushing the motorbike on the pavement. I'm not pushing the motorbike in the road where the cars are because they're gonna have to swerve around me. Yeah. Slow moving objects are dangerous in the road because it makes people want to change lanes. And when there's any change in the variables in terms of cars and lanes and that's when accidents can happen. Yeah. So anyway, I'm pushing the bike on the road, on the pavement. Yeah. People are walking on the pavement. You've got so many idiots. They're on their phone. I know they can see me. How the fuck can you not see a black man wearing a bright yellow jacket pushing a red motorbike? When they get close, and they jump out of the way. I'm thinking like, yo, what are you doing, fam? Why are you making it? Why are you causing a scene? So fucking dumb, man. Look at this person. If you were my neighbor, you ain't telling me Jack. Not talk of knocking on my front door. Someone said, why did it break down? I think there was a problem with the alternator or something like that. So like the bike wasn't starting, something like that. That bike always had a fucking problem. Obviously, my new bike, my R1, yeah. But that red one, the R6, oof, always problems with that bike. I say you eating tuna. Now I was eating mackerel before. I'm eating you know them one of these. It has to be the banana chocolate flakes. It's the best flavor. That's the only me. I'm a creature of habit, you know. I eat the same thing. So let's say, for example, yeah, you see Subway. I've been going to Subway since I was 19 because one of my ex-girlfriend introduced me to Subway, yeah. And so I've been going there for like what, 14 years, something like that, 13 years. I've only ever got the same thing every time for 13 years straight. It's a meatball marinara, so it's basically the meatball sandwich. I don't try new things. I just stick to the same thing. So certain shops, I'll go and get the same thing. I don't try new things. That's just what I'm like. Turkey ham, turkey breast. Nah. Yeah, no. Extra cheese toasted. Yeah. I feel like you like chatting on the net. If you was my neighbor, you'd get your bite taken and run out. Okay. But you've never beaten up your neighbors before. Yeah. Me, I ran up on my neighbors and smacked up 3 of them in the house and went and bought the property 2 years later. It's never been done before. It's never been done before. No one has never bought a property that they done a drill in except me. Brought them up. Mash up 3 of them, 4 of them. One of the cousins tried to come outside, boxed him in his face. To be fair, they didn't even fight back. Yeah. No, you don't. You will never find someone. It's not been done in the history of the world. No one has run up in a house and beat up the occupants, and then 2 years later they bought the property. Yeah, I didn't buy the property off of the occupants. They sold it to somebody, and I bought the property off of them. But still, my yard was a crime scene before, blood. Why did I box him? Because his girl was talking shit. So I ran up in the yard. I even boxed the girl as well. I didn't give a fuck, fam. Me, I don't put hands on women like that. Yeah, let's just be clear right now. You lot could ask Nadia. I've never put my hands on her ever. I've got emotional self-control. But on road, bro, a girl will get it, but I don't give a fuck. Like, don't care, fam. Obviously, I have a little bit more tolerance for a woman than that, but yeah, when the time is right. But yeah, I never put my hands on Nadia. I don't put hands on. Man that put hands on their gal is because they're lacking self-control. When I ran up in that yard, I was fully in control. I knew exactly what I was doing. 110%. I said young sprays is older brother. Nah. But yeah, nah. Me, I don't put hands on girlfriends or nothing like that. So you say put. I know you hit your ex before. Yeah, that was my first girlfriend. That was years ago, man. She fucking deserved it. If you don't want to know why I smacked my ex back in the day, go and read my fucking book. Yeah. Okay, Wise, are your siblings similar to you and your mindset? Nope. My little brother's 26. He ain't so little, he's bigger than me. Yeah. He nothing like me, mate. Nothing like me. Have you got children? Do you want any? Nah, I ain't got no children. But yeah, man will be hoping to drop some youths, boy. Let's think about it. Imagine all this hard work. Who's it gonna go to? It's not going to fucking Enfield Council. Definitely ain't going to Northampton. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. What keeps you disciplined? I just understand that, as a man, you have to be disciplined by default. You can't be easily strayed or, my mindset is you have to do the things that you don't want to do. Because you have to. I spoke about this the other day, and I said I was driving my car, and it's after work, so I'm thinking, right, it's exercise day today, because now I don't go running every other day. I either go to the gym or I go running. Yeah, but that's every other day. Yeah. So let's just say it's exercise day. So I'm like, right, it's exercise day today. So I'm driving my car, I'm going back home. I'm like, right, should we go to the gym or should we go running? So I said to myself, well, I'm going to go to the gym because I don't want to go running. Then I heard a voice in my head say, because you said you don't want to go to the gym, sorry, because you said you don't want to go running, you're going running. That's it. And that day I went running. I said to myself, I don't want to go running. Yeah. Then a voice in my head said, because you don't want to go running, you're going running. Should have said you wanted to go running. Yeah. You gotta be your own coach. Yeah, you know, like you see them little films there, the cartoon with the devils on the shoulder. Yeah. You gotta have two angels on your shoulder, rude boy. Yeah, you gotta be your own coach. Discipline rewires your brain. Yeah. Advice to men who have illegal funds are trying to go legit. All right. Why don't you tell HMRC how you got that money? I don't know, start a business or something. I don't know. You know what? A man's asking about advice to men that have illegal funds that are trying to go legit. Use that money to go and get yourself trained as an electrician or a plumber. Yeah. It's only 5-6 grand. Depends, obviously, who's the training provider and that. Red or black? Black. If I was gonna put, I mean, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I think he's talking about playing roulette. If this guy's asking about red or black. If I was gonna put money on a number or color, it would be black. Playing roulette. In regards to your siblings, do you see that as an issue? It should be more like you. I mean, do you know what? Yeah. The thing is, yeah, there's only going to be a few people around that are like me. Like me, I'm just an anomaly. Some people are just happy. Forget about my siblings, just people in general. Some people are just happy just being mediocre. That's it. I was listening to one of Andrew Tate's, videos and that. And no, what it was is someone has taken clips of Andrew Tate and they uploaded them, so it wasn't a proper video. Yeah. Anyway, Andrew Tate says something along the lines of, if you're in a deep sleep, no matter how deep that sleep is, if you're lying on your arm and your arm starts to hurt, you're gonna wake up out of that sleep and move your arm and adjust your arm. Yeah. We can all agree. Yeah. We woke up in the middle of the night because our arms hurting us or whatever. Yeah, or our necks hurting us or whatever. And you do something about it. He then went on to say, it's crazy how you've got people who are, living their worst life, they're in a rut, and they do nothing about it, which lets him know that they're comfortable. And he's right. He's right. If you're sleeping and you lie on your arm and it hurts, you're going to move your arm and do something about it so it stops hurting. But then you've got people who are not living their best life, complain about their life, saying that they're depressed, but they do nothing about it. So therefore, you must be comfortable. Because why are you not doing anything about it? You're not doing anything to make any changes. Is going to a lower ranking uni worth it in 2025? Yeah, it's still worth it. Do you know why? Because you can go to a high ranking uni like Imperial College. Pick up Imperial College. I used to do some taekwondo training. if you ain't got the ambition to go and find a decent job after you graduate, what's the point of having a fucking uni degree at ICL or UCL, University College London, or KCL, King's College London? What's the point? There's no point whatsoever. You need to have ambition. That's the ambition is the be all end all. You can have no qualifications. With enough ambition, you'll be rich. And you can have all the qualifications. If you're lacking ambition, it's like a car with no wheels. You're not going to go anywhere. Education without ambition is like a car with no wheels. You're not going anywhere. Obviously, if you want to, it's better to go to a high-level uni as long as you've got that ambition pattern, obviously. Like, I know a chick, big her up, her name's Priya, Indian girl. She went to ICL, so Imperial College London, and she was working for Google or Facebook. Can't remember which one it was, but she told me she used to work in Old Street. So yeah, she was on good money as well. Like, she was just a graduate, like, you know, just first year out, like, you know, first job, first year out of uni and that. I mean, I don't know how much she was earning, but I'm assuming she was on some decent money. That was years ago. That was before lockdown. Yeah, I ain't seen this girl for like 7 years or something. Now she's probably on big money. She's computer. She studied computer engineering science. She's probably on between 100 to 150 easily. Let's see if she's even still in this country. Yeah, because I think I see some stuff where she was in America or something like that. So, yeah, man, she's got a good job. You know why? Because obviously, you know, she put the work in and she went to a top university in that. That's the thing, yeah? When you put the work in, people are just going to want to be around you. People are going to want to hire you. This chick put the work in. She went to Woodhouse, which is one of the best sixth forms in London, yeah? So she went to Woodhouse. Then she obviously went to ICL and that. Because she put the work in and that, they probably just found her. They're probably looking for uni graduates that have just come out of ICL or UCL or KCL, and yeah, they just give them jobs. Do you push your brother to be more like you to help build your family empire? Now, me and my brother don't even talk like that, you know. I'm the only one that thinks 100k is nothing right now. What was it? Is that M? 100k is nothing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 100k is decent, man, but there's people out here right now, yeah. Like, how much is 100k per month? Before tax? Probably about 8 grand. It's Thursday night tonight. Some guy who's got, you know, not even millions, but he's got money coming in. He's probably just spent 3 grand. There's people with serious money out here, man. There's money everywhere. Even this road that I'm on, each house is worth 200 grand, call it. There's over 20 houses. I think it's 23. So let's say what, 4.5 mil. 20 houses, 200 grand each. That's 4 million right there. Plus an extra 3 houses and that. 4.6 mil just on this road alone. There's money everywhere. London, all the buildings, skyscrapers. Like, even you drive down a road in Notting Hill, billions. Yeah, all the houses combined, billions. The fucking Shard, Jesus Christ. How much is the Shard worth? Let's do a little Googling. How much is the Shard worth? No way is the Shard only worth 2 billion. Obviously, 2 billion is a lot, obviously, but I thought it was worth more than that. So the construction cost, because I was going to type this in next, how much did it cost to build? You've done it already for me. So the key points are the construction cost of the Shard was 1.5 billion, yeah? And the value of it is 2 billion. So it cost 1.5 to build and it's worth 2 billion. That's crazy, you know? I thought it would have been worth more. Most expensive building in probably Buckingham Palace, isn't it? I think so. Apparently, the most expensive building in the world is in Saudi Arabia. It's in Mecca. It's the Great Mosque of Mecca. It's the most expensive building in the whole world. I mean, being in Saudi Arabia, obviously. So the Great Mosque of Mecca, and I think I know what it looks like. It looks nice. Even me, I want to go there. Yeah, I'm sure I've seen it. It's just completely white at the floor. So the Great Mosque of Mecca. Hold on, no. It says it will be complete. I must be thinking of somewhere else then. A lot of people like Muslims and that they will go to some place and take pictures. It must be a different part of Mecca or something. But anyway, it's worth 120 billion. Fuck you know, 120 billion. Mosque of Mecca. That mosque is huge, boy. I think the mosque the place I was talking about, I think it's called the Al Haram Mosque, something like that. All I know is it's just completely white. So I think it's that place there. That place is nice. So Al Haram and the Kaaba, yeah. Let's check the Kaaba. Obviously, the Kaaba's a mosque, yeah. It's one of them. It's famous. Obviously, I don't know the names of it, obviously, but I've seen a few people every now and then, yeah. You will get someone from the UK will go over to wherever it is and they will take a picture and you can just see the whole background is white. It just looks perfect and clean. It literally looks like a holy place, definitely. But me, see, that's the thing, yeah, with me, yeah, even though I'm an atheist, yeah, I still respect and appreciate, religion, and I would go and visit this place. If I was ever in Saudi Arabia and it was close by, I'd go and visit. Why not? Like I would go. Let's check the biggest cathedral. It must be in Rome, yeah, the biggest cathedral in the world. Biggest cathedral. It has to be in Rome somewhere. The biggest cathedral in the world, considering both internal area and volume, is St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. Yeah. Obviously, Vatican City is its own country, technically, or something like that. But I think it still comes under Rome, Italy, or something like that. Vatican City. Let's see. I'm sure it comes under. Must come under Italy. Yeah. So Vatican City is inside Rome. Technically, Vatican City is its own country, but it's inside Rome. and Rome is a city inside fucking Italy. That make no sense, but yeah. So yeah, I knew it would be in Rome because obviously, you know, cathedrals are to do with Catholicism, and obviously Catholicism is to do with, you know, Romans and that whatever. So, but yeah, I would go to if I was in Rome, I would drive to obviously the Vatican City and go and see the biggest cathedral. Yeah, why not? I'm not one of these ignorant atheists that I just can't stand religion and that. Like, yo, there's this Facebook group called the Atheists or something like that, and all they do is bash religion and that. Like, yo, you've obviously joined this atheist group because you probably felt bullied your whole entire life by, you know, creationists and people who are believers in that. You felt like you didn't belong anywhere. See, that's our problem as human beings. We try to fit in. Me, I don't try to fit in with nobody or anything. That's why when I move to a new road, I don't care if I fall out with everybody because I'm not here to be anybody's friend. That's why when I was in prison, the Imam come to myself asking me if I want to join Islam. No, I'm not going to join Islam because, you know, for protection or trying to avoid beef. Nah, fam. Doing that, blood. What's your opinion on Andrew Tate and his perspective on brotherhood? Would you mean like him and his brother being tight? Yeah, obviously it's good, man. Obviously, I'd love to be tight with my little brother and that, my younger brother, but ain't that fun. Yeah. Well, I'm coming off in 5 minutes anyway. Any good jail stories? Someone asked, do you know who DD Gray is on TikTok? Yeah, of course I know who DD Gray is. Yeah, man, big him up. Any good jail stories? Obviously, I've told them before though, innit? But like, there was one guy, so basically there was this gang called Cherry Gang, yeah? And they were based in Charlton, in South London, SE7, red bandana, yeah? And there was a youth on my wing. He was a part of Cherry Gang. Now, I don't know what was going on another wing with someone else. I don't know who the person was. But basically, this person put a hit out on this youth. This youth is just some skinny Nigerian youth. Anyone would have smoked him in a one-on-one, yeah? 4 big guys from my wing went in his cell and tore him apart, like. Yo, he looked like a fucking alien, fam. Literally. And the audacity of one of the guys that I knew on my wing, he stood up there and after he wrapped him up with 3 other guys, he stood up there and was chatting to him saying, listen, yeah, nothing personal, but such and such on the other wing begged me to come in there and smack you up, basically. Yo, he needed to get the snooker ball in the sock and be doing some nunchucks with that. Shit. Abuna. Yo, the hell? Is that on the side of a mountain or something? I ain't doing that crap. What is the church inside of a fucking mountain or something? I ain't doing that rubbish. Anyway, coming off in 2 minutes. Are you traumatized from jail? Nah, I wouldn't want to go back to prison. I mean, when I first came out, you know, when I was in jail, yeah, you have like an internal probation officer, and the woman, the way obviously I was acting like a damn fool and that, she said to me, "I'll give you 6 weeks." This was back in 2011 when I was 18. Yeah? She said, "I'll give you 6 weeks, and you'll be back inside." Thankfully, yeah, August the 19th was when I came out of prison in 2011. So it's been almost 14 years. To be fair, when I first came out, I must have beat up some guy on my estate, and the community police officers were coming over just to see like, what's going on. I had to bust out, like, because if not, I would have got recalled. You can't be coming out of prison and beating people up, and you're on license and that. So yeah, I could have got recalled and that, but yeah, okay, I got away. Ran down that alleyway, boy, gone. Yeah, coming off in 2 minutes. Have you been bagged since? Yeah. I've been nicked a few times for stuff since then. But yeah, got away with a few cases and that. Yeah, I've been nicked quite a few times after that. Yeah. But no serious cases in that. What made you go to jail first time though? Perverting the course of justice. Basically, I got involved in a case, and I basically told someone to drop the case against someone else that I know. And the mom snitched on me. Did your history not stop you getting loans? Nah, man. Nah, I only went to prison just for 2 months, man. Nah, man. 8 weeks. But nah, man. Having a bad history as a criminal ain't gonna stop you from getting a loan. Now, obviously, if you've been done for fraud, you know, loan fraud or telling the loan company you're gonna pay their back or run off with their money, no, you're not getting no loan. Nah. I think, do you know what? Yeah, when you apply for a mortgage, my mortgage broker, like before, like the first mortgage broker I ever used, he has asked me a couple of times because I've done a few mortgages with him. He's asked me like, any criminal convictions or whatever, or maybe any criminal convictions in the last 5 years, something like that. They ask you about your criminal history. Why, I don't know. Have you got a new phone? Camera quality looking sick. Yeah. Samsung S5 Ultra. Do you know what makes me laugh? Yeah, like you know there's that. I don't even want to get onto it. Actually, that doesn't matter. But anyway, you know what makes you laugh? You see, like when you watch people in their videos and that, and like they got the massive sweat patch. Yo, that's one thing I'm conscious of. You know, I never want to be on camera with a fucking sweat patch. Obviously, there's been a couple times where like I've turned on the camera after I've gone running. That's different. But like, yo, you never want to be sitting there with a dirty sweat patch. I remember there was one interview with Mike Tyson, yeah? This guy had literal rings. His shirt was more wet than it was dry, like. Yeah? Fucking hell, man. There's nothing worse than being on camera and you got some dirty sweat patch. Even that this is bad. I'm not gonna say the girl's name here, but there's a chick in the space that people always say that Megan Good is a 10, or Megan Good is up there. This girl is the complete opposite of Megan Good. Yeah. So whatever the opposite of Peng is, or hot is, or beautiful is, she's the opposite of that. Yeah. And anyway, she was on an interview the other day. I don't know. She was getting interviewed by some other chick. Yeah. And yo, I'm watching this. It was on like the Shea Bar or something. Just like a stupid clip, 2 minutes long. Yeah. This girl is sitting there And I can see one sweat patch here and one sweat patch here. I'm like, yo, the sweat is printing through. Yeah. Nah, that's bad. Yeah, gals should not be sweating like that. Nah. So, this guy George said, I can't believe you said you wouldn't match Sarah J. Hey, listen, a video is going to be coming out. Yeah, it's going to be like the top 10 stars. Yeah, I've all wrote information about them. Yeah, look, I'm going to see if I can make the video on Saturday. Yeah, it's going to be on YouTube and obviously TikTok and that. But yeah, it's going to be about the stars. Then one of the stars died. You know. Yo, one of the stars died, like from my generation. You see all this Diamond Monroe? I don't know. She might be a new, like, listen, I don't watch that stuff. So I don't even know these people, innit? Yeah. But like, you see chicks like Autumn Fools and that, that's way after. I don't even know these chicks. Yeah. I know chicks like, let's say, like Sarah J, Pinky, Jada Fire, that generation. Yeah. One of them, she passed away. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. She passed away. This chick here was like high level. She was like the Pamela Anderson of that world, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So I couldn't believe it, blood. I'm not gonna reveal who it is until I do the video. Like, yo, she ain't here no more. Rah. But yeah. Hopefully this weekend I'll do it. I mean, there's no reason for me to not do the video, but yeah. I'm gonna put like I will say like what my favorite stars are from the past. So the names that I'm gonna be dropping, you lot might not know them, or you lot would have heard about them and that. But like you lot, if you lot are like 20 years old, you lot wouldn't have been watching these chicks because I was watching these chicks when I was 15, 16 years old. You understand? So, I'm talking about bros running low on ideas. I'm never low on ideas, blood. How many properties do you think she has? Who? Sarah J? I don't know. But to be fair, some of these chicks are a bit sensible with their money, you know. Forget about properties. I want to know if any of these chicks have kids, blood. Because that's what I'm thinking, you know. I'm just thinking like, yo, you've done these crazy videos and these crazy scenes. Do you have sons? I want to know if Cherokee's got sons. I want to know if Pinky, Jada Fire, I want to know if they've got kids. Because I just think it's mad. Your mom, blood. Your mom, fam. There is hundreds of videos of your mom getting stretched out, blood. Yo. Esther said, what's this live about? Yeah, don't ask. I'm talking about, well, this is not what the live's about, but I'm talking about certain women making money off of certain content. Yeah. And like, yo, and I'm not talking about OnlyFans, and I'm talking about like, yo, there's videos of your mom. Like, if people thought Kim Kardashian was bad, yo, that's nothing compared to like all of these stars and that. Yo, like, my mom is, mom, like most kids, if their parent is famous, they can say, oh yeah, my dad's an actor, my dad's Denzel Washington, or my dad's Bruce Willis, or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or my dad is Ronaldo, my dad is Ronaldinho, my dad is David Beckham. You know, even though my dad is Ian Bill from EastEnders, or my dad's Phil Mitchell, yeah, from EastEnders. These kids are gonna grow up. Are they gonna tell people? Are they gonna admit it? My mom is a Zorn star. Mad. My mom was on Brazzers, blood. Shit. My mum is Layla Starr. Fuck. Oh shoot. So this George person said, Sarah J. Oh shit. Sarah J had a husband and he was okay with it. She was a stripper, but then she kept cheating behind his back with multiple black men. I don't even get it. Like, she's not even like, yo, listen, if your woman, wife, girlfriend, whatever you want to label her, is a stripper and a Zorn star, how can you even get angry? I wouldn't even consider it her cheating if she's dealing with multiple black men behind your back. Yo, she's on camera with multiple men anyway. What's the difference? Like, if you got with Bonnie Blue, yeah, or Lily Phillips and that, if she was doing stuff off camera, but behind your back as your boy, and you're the boyfriend or whatever and that, are you really gonna get angry? Really? You slept with 2 guys last week behind my back. Yeah, but 2 months before that, she was with 100. Doesn't make no sense. It's like buying a Cat N car with 200k miles, then complaining it breaks down. Yeah. I said, did you pay for premium? Nah, man, I never paid for Brazzers. No way. But it's not acting. So I said, forget Cat N, it's Cat S. Oh, is Cat S like the lowest of the low, yeah? Oh, you're saying Cat S as in, oh, as in hex. Oh, okay. Anyway, coming off in 1 minute. Oh, you say, yeah, Cat S is the worst, then Cat B. Okay. Is there still Cat D or is it Cat N? Someone was saying to me before, like one of my brothers, this is like when we were 17. He was talking about buy Cat D cars, fix them up and sell them. Because the Cat D car will be a lot cheaper in that one. Oh, Cat S is Cat D, okay. Why are they even fucking changing it? Yeah, coming up in 1 minute. Would you ever let someone on benefits live in your property? Nope. I don't want people who are just hanging around in the house 24/7. I want people to be in more abundance. I don't want someone in the house, yeah, who's just gonna be there until the end of time. Like, obviously, you want a tenant that's paying rent to the end of time, but like, you don't want someone that's gonna be in the house that's not, got any prospects. Who's just thinking, I'm just gonna live here. Because when you're ready to get rid of them, that's when the problems start. So I say, what's the insurance like on your bike? I've got, it cost me £120. I've got 2 bikes insured. Would you sell your house to your tenant? Come up story. What? Why you look sad for, right? No, man. It's a black man face. Right, I'm done now. I've got paperwork to do still. All right, next week, yeah? Right, YouTube, man, I'm done. Stay tuned for the next one.